Cool.
What is the hardest part of entrepreneurship?
The hardest part of entrepreneurship, I think there's two really hard parts of entrepreneurship. The first hard part of entrepreneurship is mindset, because everybody wants a successful business and everybody wants it right now. And a lot of people feel like if they put in a lot of hard work for 3 years, they should expect success. When I really believe that patience and having a long-term vision of 25 years is important if you want to be successful, because Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, they were not overnight successes, and you just got to like really have the mindset that you're doing this for a very long time. The second really hard part about entrepreneurship is when you have an empty calendar and you don't know what you should be doing. What is the best use of your time? What is the highest value task that you could accomplish that's going to take your business to the next level? And I think that's the hardest part, is like knowing what to do.
All right. Why do you think that knowing what to do is the hardest part?
Why do I think that knowing what to do is the hardest part? Because if you don't know what to do, you end up wasting a lot of time. If you have an empty calendar from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and you don't know what to do, and you end up working on a task that it leads to zero positive results in your business, not only are you wasting time, but it also hinders the confidence you have in yourself when you're spending a lot of time doing nothing positive for the business. So I really think it's the hardest part, is like figuring out what to do with your time. Because like, should you make content? Should you make cold calls? Should you find people to outsource jobs to? Should you network? There's so many things to do, and especially as a service, I think service businesses, entrepreneurs that are in service business industries like SMMAs, social media marketing agencies, like that's obviously a very popular business right now. And people that are running SMMAs or doing content for other people, whether it's managing their social media or creating the content, what do you do with your time? Do you create more content? Do you reach out to more people? Do you do free work? Do you create a sales funnel and a landing page and a VSL and things like that? So I don't know. It's just, I think that's the toughest part, is figuring out what to do with your time. Yeah.
So where do you start?
Good question. Where do you start? Well, it depends on where you're at. If you're at ground zero and you're like, yo, I don't have a job, I want to make $2,000 a month, and I don't know what to do first. The first thing you do after you've committed to the type of business is getting your first 5 clients. Yeah. The most important thing is getting your first 5 clients, because a lot of people that are watching, because I've been getting a lot of comments on some of my recent videos from people that are like, this is inspiring, and I'm a new entrepreneur, and we appreciate your content. Keep showing us stuff because we want to learn, whatever it may be. Most of the people are in the beginning stages. So if you started a business, your first milestone, your first goal that you want to achieve is getting your first 5 clients. I would say your first 10 clients, but if you can get your first 5 clients, that at least gives you enough data to figure out what works, what doesn't work, maybe can expose some bottlenecks within your business, maybe you can figure out a way to lower margins and move forward from there. Yeah. But as far as what type of businesses I think people should start these days, and by the way, guys, I'm not a millionaire. I've had a bunch of years of making over 100 grand. I was a very below average content creator for most of my content creator life career. So I am not a guru by any means, and I'm not an expert. I just wanted to answer a couple questions that I thought were relevant to the channel, but I'm not here trying to tell you guys what is the right thing to do. But something that is very important that everyone should do, and everyone would agree with this, is that we got to make more calls, we got to create more content, we got to do more, and then do twice as much as we've already done, because more action gets us more outcomes, and the more outcomes we get, whether they're positive outcomes or negative outcomes, will give us more data to come up with a better solution to some of the problems that we're trying to solve. But I really like SMMAs right now. I think they're really big, social media marketing agencies, like managing other people's content, helping other people create content. Obviously, since like 2014, a lot of people are putting out content, but like now everyone has content. Like it doesn't make what industry you're in. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you're selling a product or a service, or you're a restaurant or a dog groomer, whatever, hyper local, completely remote and scalable virtually. Like everyone has content. Everyone has a personal brand. And that's why I'm doubling down. I mean, like Gary Vee says, he says, don't listen to what I say, like watch what I do. And I'm kind of doing that as well. I'm like, this is what I'm spending my time doing. You guys are seeing what I'm spending my time doing. And I believe in the things that I'm doing. And that's creating content and growing my online coaching business, whether that's the Live Better Now Run Club, trying to get that to 6 figures, or taking my 6-figure coaching business to the next level, which is like $200,000, $300,000 a year. Yeah. And then like from there, I mean, I should make $500,000 next year. If I can just get 150 people to be in my Live Better Now Run Club, then I should make at least like $400K right there, maybe like $300,000 after paying expenses, because I would totally hire a full-time person to help just manage my run club. And then one-on-one coaching, I should totally make at least $180,000 with that. So yeah, so watch what I do. And that's just, waking up 5 a.m., hitting the gym every morning, training for 2 hours, coming home at 7:15, 7:30, immediately working on the business, which is lead gen. So sending 100 DMs, sending emails, calling leads, texting leads, creating content, and then working in the business in the afternoon. And that's having my coaching calls. So 2-3 coaching calls a day, 2 free calls a day. But yeah, I like SMMA. So all you guys that are out there that have an SMMA business, or even if you're an online coach, would love to connect. So you can email me at zacharyrance@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram.
All right.
What else? I know you got one more question for me.
Does it cost money to be an entrepreneur?
Does it cost money to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Is that a question you want to know, or is that a question that you're just asking in general, honestly?
Honestly.
Okay. I want you to ask a question that you're interested in, because you aren't an entrepreneur. Like you've had some entrepreneurship ventures. Obviously, you're someone who wants to make a lot of money. Everyone wants to make a lot of money, right? And you want to be your own boss, right? Right? You agree with those two things?
No.
Okay, so you're interested in entrepreneurship. So, and you see what I do. You see that I'm like coaching clients and I'm helping people get in really good shape, and I'm helping people start businesses and scale businesses and things like that. What's a question that you want answered?
How do you be an entrepreneur without doing content or anything?
Is that because you don't want to do content?
That's just
okay.
the question.
Okay. How do you become an entrepreneur without making content? Well, there's 2 different types of things you can sell. You either sell a product, which is a microphone, a hat, socks, a bracelet, physical product, or you sell a service, which is like a coach or a hairdresser or a makeup artist, or you make beats for people, or you make videos for people, whatever, right? And if you're in the service industry, content is a non-negotiable. If you have a service or if you're a golf coach, okay, you have to have content if you want to do it in an entrepreneurial way. If you want to be an assistant pro or a pro at Shinnecock Hills, you don't need content, but you're also not an entrepreneur. So how do you become a successful entrepreneur, without making content? In the service industry, you don't. You have to have content. In a product industry where you're selling a physical product, I think it's necessary also because a lot of products go viral from TikTok. Like there are products that people have in their house right now that they purchase because it went viral on TikTok. So whether that's an avocado scooper or a blend jet or a walking treadmill, like if there wasn't content about that product, no one would know that product exists. For example, like I didn't know that under the desk treadmills were a thing until like recently. And the only reason why I know that under the desk treadmills are a thing is because I saw an Instagram post about it, right? So like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask the question back to you. How do you think you can be a successful entrepreneur without making content?